The first pro with this 2023 Ford Maverick Lariat Tremor is going to be the way that it looks. This is a great looking truck. A lot of people are taking notice to it. In fact, there was a gentleman in a Camaro that gave me a thumbs up. So it looks good, and it's also a nice package for a family. Adults can fit comfortably in the front, and they can certainly fit in the rear as well. They might not be stretching out back there, but they can fit. You also have a nice sized bed. You can throw your dirt, your mulch, whatever you need to back there and not have to worry. It's about 200 inches long total, so you should be able to pretty easily fit this inside of a garage. And you don't have to go with this Tremor to get a good looking truck. You can get the XLT and it'll still be nice, and you'll also get a decent interior space as well with some good options. And that's what I recommend. It's the XLT. The other big pro with this truck is going to be with the way that this truck drives. I have no qualms in its driving characteristics. This is quiet, it's composed, it handles well, it's got a good nimbleness to it, good stability even at high speeds. But I'm referring mostly to the regular Mavericks. As soon as you get this Tremor, I would consider this Tremor package to be a con, because it now takes away from some of that excellent handling characteristics. Okay, with the 1-inch lift, with the off-road tuned shocks, this package has now introduced a vagueness and a nervousness in the Maverick's handling characteristics. And I think that's really unfortunate, because yeah, it looks cool, but it's adding $3,500 to the cost of this truck, and it's taking away from one of my most favorite elements, and that is the handling of this Maverick. So I don't recommend the Tremor, but otherwise it's a great truck to drive. The next pro is going to be, you have two excellent drivetrain options. Both the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo that we have here and the hybrid, they're both excellent. You get phenomenal fuel economy with the hybrid, but keep in mind for 2024, the hybrid engine is no longer the standard engine. It's now the optional powertrain, and it's going to cost you an extra $1,500 to get the hybrid if that's what you want. So when this truck first came out and I got to review it, an XLT hybrid with the premium pack and the Ford Copilot 360 was around $28,000, $29,000. Now in 2024, that same truck is going to cost around $33,000. So that's not cool. But instead, a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder XLT premium truck is going to be around $31,500. And all these prices do include destination for 2024. But the thing I love most about the Turbo 4 is just how quick it is. Car and Driver, they tested this thing to do 60 in about 5.9 seconds. And it's true, this thing is a little rocket around town. It picks up speed effortlessly. It's made it to an excellent 8-speed automatic transmission. I have no qualms with that. Again, I want to emphasize, I love driving this truck. I just don't recommend getting the Tremor. One subtle con that I noticed with this particular test truck with around 12,000 miles on it is a little rattle coming from the sunglass holder. That could be fixed if you take it to a dealership, but it's just one little thing I noticed. Other than that, I would consider this interior space to be a pretty big pro. Ford interior designers, they're definitely intelligent. They know how to take advantage of every square inch of the interior of their trucks, both in these Mavericks and also the F-150s as well. These are some great practical machines that a family can own. You have intelligently designed cubby spaces for your cell phone. The door pocket space, that's well designed. You can fit a variety of large bottles in there. The armrest and the glove box, that's a decent size. I will say the only con I've noticed is with this infotainment. They gave you a silly cubby space next to the infotainment. It's totally useless. I wish they would have just gotten rid of that to give you a larger screen. Also, you don't have wireless Apple CarPlay or wireless Android Auto. You actually have to plug in your phone. But I will say the good thing is this infotainment, it's quick to respond, it's easy to use. You do have physical buttons and switches for your HVAC, but you do have to look up at the screen to see your temperature and your fan speed. Again, Ford does a great job in giving you more space in the back as well. You can lift up the rear seats and you have some storage back there. I will say if you love your music, you're not going to be pleased with the B&O optional sound system. It's pretty poor. Definitely consider that a con. But outside of that, it's a great truck. I love driving it. I think the sweet spot, again, is the XLT trim. You pay around 27 to 33 grand, somewhere in that range. You know, you get what you need, right? Like the all-wheel drive, the tow package, the premium pack. You should be around that 27 to 33 grand mark. Paying MSRP does seem to be the best deal on these. If you happen to order and it takes too long to come in, I believe there's some type of $2,700 incentive that Ford offers. So you could ask about that. But if you want to know about more deals and learn about dealer discounts, incentives, etc., consider going to the Lease Hacker forum and doing some research there. Look at what some of the brokers are advertising, because the way you see it here, this fully loaded Lariat Tremor, it's going to be around $41,000. You might be able to snag a full-size pickup truck like a Ram 1500 or a Chevy Silverado for around $45,000 with discounts and incentives that some of the brokers are advertising. Same thing with the Toyota trucks, the Tacos, the Tundras, they also seem to lease out really well. But it's not just about leasing, it's about taking advantage of the incentives and the dealer discounts, which is pretty much non-existent with the Ford products. That's what I'm saying. Do some extra research. Look at the Lease Hacker forum. It's a powerful resource. But if you got one of these Mavericks at MSRP, I think you did great. It's a nice package, as I already mentioned. And if you're an owner, leave your thoughts below. Let us know how the dealer experience was, what kind of deals you were able to get. And thanks again for watching. I hope this video was of value to you. Take care and goodbye.